couple of factories in here. Yeah, let's ask the US for territory, ask for control of state. This one over here. They accepted. Awesome. Which means there is another territory over here which belongs to us now. Which needs to be covered with military police units. But that should have given me a couple more military factories. Everything is completely destroyed. So nope. Will you give me those two territories as well? Ask for control of state, which will be this one and this one. Send. You actually give me that. Awesome. Oh, this one was old. Oh, that was crap. Okay, I need to wait for a day to ask for this territory as well. So tell you guys to actually cover this zone, this zone, and this zone as well. Not that it really matters. No, yes it does. There we go. How much factories? 2? So yeah, give you 2 in here, and if we get any more, we will give it to another area. To the guns, to the normal guns. Well, we're gonna give just one more to the attack helicopters, and the rest will go to the guns. Yes, ask for it. Ask for control of states. I'm surprised Trump is giving me that. Sounds a bit weird. I knew. And put that one over here. Not that it really matters. But that means my production rate should go up a little bit. Yeah, 6 tanks we lose per day. Was a weird noise. Where the hell are we at now? So you've been busy. What have you been doing? Disco is still a thing, yeah, right. So you go most northerly point of Ireland. So you're DJ, so that's what you're doing, right? I think, if I remember that correctly. Oh, we have kind of overextended a little, but we are actually pushing rather nicely. Yeah, we don't need that long of a front line. And also not this side. Shorten that till about here. I said we can shorten that. I said we can. Oh god damn it. Why isn't that working the way I want it to work? Shorten it till about here. So my troops can focus their effort in the north. That should work. So you next week is much more fun than mine will be, Allgamer. Which is good for you. Huh. What do you guys think? Should I push straight away towards the Ukrainian border so we have like a huge cut-off chunk down here again? I just don't know how many troops are in here, if it is worth doing so. I just posted my Discord link before, Dominus. If you want to join my Discord, let me know, because I will... Hey Cameron, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Because I will not remember to do that after the stream. I know myself too well for that. I'm sorry. Not because I'm vicious or anything, I'm just crap in remembering stuff like that. So we can befriend through that. You can write it to me there again. Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty nice, Allgamer. Yeah, 90 minutes isn't too bad. Although you can probably cross whole Switzerland in 90 minutes, so... That's a good idea, yeah? So as soon as we actually have Leningrad or Stalingrad or whatever... Yeah, it was Stalingrad. Which we will do in a minute or two. Just don't need to be cut off down here, actually. We will then start to push eastwards. Westwards! Damn it! Me and directions. Yep. Relink to Discord. You should still be in there, right? Hey, the cyber mapper, Cyberastianian mapper. How are you doing? There is the Discord link again. Stream is still going, recording is still going. Awesome. Yeah, you managed to stop them. Awesome. Yeah, you guys actually need to stop. You guys actually need to stay here. Oh crap! You actually have nearly taken that one. Okie dokie. So that was what I was afraid of. You don't need... Okay, Blue Army, go away. Then Blue Army gets a new front line like this. There we go. Redistribute yourselves. Thank you guys. Then we're gonna tell you to do a push like this through here, which should give us a nice connection and should help. Oh, they actually started to push out of Ukraine now. Yay, nice. Americans have started doing stuff. Yeah, they also started pushing north a little bit. They have started starting to do stuff. Look at that. Poland has nearly retaken everything. Just 2 more provinces, 3 more provinces, and they are at their original border again. Nice. It's coming together slowly but surely. And if I tell you to go, just go. Attack here. I actually moved there. You are moving down there. No clue what you're doing. You're just moving over here. You're moving there. You're moving there. Awesome. Well, actually, you should probably move up here because that's a fight you probably can win. And then you just push through there. Just don't get cut off. That would really, really, really be bad if you get cut off there. Construction-wise, we are looking still good on infantry equipment. Not too bad on tanks either. We do need 300 though before we can rush out another division. Probably need to put a little bit more in infantry fighting vehicle. Like 1 more factory into infantry fighting vehicles. Maybe. You have 1, but it's broken right now. You have 2, it's broken right now. You do 6 per week, which is okay. We're doing 10 helicopters a year, which is also an improvement. And we're doing 14 guns a day, which is okay-ish. We're not building any artillery because it's a broken down factory. Same goes for other stuff. We actually do have towed artillery. I forgot we are producing that. Like 1,000 of those guns. Oh, look at that. That push out is actually working. Yeah, we're gonna lose Stalingrad again, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter if we get the push through there. That will be a nice encirclement down here. Yeah, just as soon as you're across the river, I will redraw the front line to probably reach down here on this river. Taking this one. That looks nice. It's actually working out. Well, we Swiss Germans, we actually... I thought you already had joined my Discord channel, Lgamer, but that's okay. You can join now with this link. It's a permanent link, so everybody who is in the chat and would like to join, just join. I will deal with it with the roles and everything after the stream, though. Swiss German. Okay, for Swiss German, it is hard. It's hard for the Germans to understand as Swiss. Same goes for the Austrians. It is kind of a weird dialect, you could say. Although it is quite easy for us to understand the Germans, if that makes sense, because we actually learn it in school. We learn like the normal proper German, the high German. Yeah. Oh, cool. Simplified. Yeah, this, Austrian German is a bit more like the Germany German. Yeah, what can I tell you about Switzerland? I live around, let me check again. So here's Tessin, here's Zurich, here's Bern. I live, well, this map is not detailed enough, but I live around here. That's in this, pretty much dead in the center. Switzerland was formed with the is formed in cantons, and there were 3 cantons which started the fight against the Habsburg, which was kind of Austrian. royal family from Austria. It was Uri, Schwyz, and Unterwalden. Unterwalden is like 2 half cantons. It's Ob and Nidwalden. Those three cantons formed the first alliance, or the Confederation of Helvetia, which is Switzerland. And from there on, they started to fight against the Habsburgs and get their independence, and then other cantons joined, and so on and so on. And when it was basically the shape it is now, well, I actually don't know if it was already the shape it is now. But during the Napoleonic times and everything, Swiss mercenaries were the most feared in Europe, so to say. Every army who wanted to have a cutting edge would hire Swiss mercenaries. There is tales of Napoleon having a Swiss mercenary unit as his personal guard, if I remember that correctly. No. I think the other nation was it that fought Napoleon had it as a... I don't remember exactly. But there are a lot of heroic stories of Swiss mercenaries, like storming artillery entrenchments and stuff, completely outnumbered and outgunned. And at some point, I don't remember which war it was or who was fighting against who, but there were like Swiss companies on each side, and so relatives fought each other, which is pretty stupid. I mean, if you see your brother-in-law or your actual brother on the other side of the battlefield, you probably wouldn't charge and to attack him, except you had like some fights in your family or something. But that's the reason why it was outlawed to be mercenaries in Switzerland, except for the Pope in Rome. That's why there is the Swiss Guard in Rome, so to say, if it makes sense. Yeah, I live dead center in the mountains. If I look out my window, I have a huge... I'm surrounded by mountains. So if I leave my house, I go either up the mountain or down the mountain. There is no flat area for me till I actually reach the main street. If I go down about 600 meters, I reach the main street. That is basically flat. Flat for Switzerland, let's put it that way. Oh, you live near Milano. Very nice. It's over here, somewhere over here, right? Cremona. There's Milano. So somewhere either here or here, I would say. I don't know. I suck at geographics. Ooh, look at that. I was talking and my push actually went somewhere. That looks actually pretty nice. If we can connect that somehow. So if I tell you right-click wise to move over here, will that work? And what will the result of that be? Fair point. I suck, like I said, I suck in geography. History, not so much. I mean, I probably should know way more about Swiss history than I do. That's all the stuff I read during school time, or when I actually was bored and looked through the internet when the internet was there. I don't know. I probably could read into that quite a bit more. Especially Swiss, we called it Reisläufer when we were the mercenaries, the Swiss mercenaries. That's a very interesting time period for Switzerland. And it was awesome. I mean, we were kind of assholes as well. For example, I live in Schwyz. The canton I live in is called Schwyz. And a little bit up the mountain, there is a town called Einsiedeln. And there's a point of the story I'm not 100% sure was it its own, so to say, canton or region, which would be, yeah, like I said, somewhere over here, or if it belonged to another canton. And the guys from Schwyz, there's a monastery. It's very, very famous monastery, actually. And yeah, the guys from Schwyz kind of took it by force and forced them to pay taxes to their canton, and had like I don't know the English word, but you block the only road because it's a mountain pass. You block the only road, and if somebody wants to pass it, they have to pay you. Wegelagerei, we call it in German. So, we were not very nice guys. Like I said, we were kind of assholes. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That actually kind of worked. Still going, right? Yeah, that looks nice. I was actually pretty good in American history during my time in school. Because I don't know, back then the US was the greatest and the biggest thing. I wanted to be an American and I wanted to join the Navy SEALs and all that stuff. Patriotic stuff. Until you learn quite a lot more about the world and you understand it's not that good. It's not that bad either, but it's also not that good. Like Switzerland, there's a lot of stuff wrong in Switzerland as well, so yeah. Still rather be in Switzerland than in the US for the moment, but yeah. But that's why I learned quite a lot about the US. Also, I learned English quite young on, and like I was born still during the Cold War, so my goal was at once to speak English and Russian. In case of whoever wins, I could work whichever language became the primary language in Europe. I wanted to know both. My English is pretty good, I would say. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't listen to me. But I never got the hang of Russian. I gave up quite soon, actually. I tried it. I tried to learn actually Serbian or Serbo-Croatian, I should better say, when I was stationed in Bosnia. But I gave up on that after about 2 months. It was just too much. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't get my head around it. And it was sad it was close to Russian, or close-ish to Russian. It would have been kind of easier to learn Russian afterwards, but never managed to do so. Swiss military history is very interesting as well, yeah. Yeah, I had a whole plan. Like I said, I was a kind of a crazy kid, so to say. And I guess that's still an understatement, actually, to say I was a crazy kid. Yeah, what else? Nah, that's true. That's what my teacher told me there back then. So you won't be able to speak Russian afterwards. It's not the same. And it's, crap. But I want to. Let me think. The army size of Switzerland and Germany? You're sure about that, Allgamer? I think Swiss army size is around 150,000 men right now. Germany is, I think, way bigger, isn't it? I don't know. We can actually Google it for a second. Let me do that. Schweiz. Swiss Army. Yeah. Active soldiers 137,710 in Switzerland. And Germany 197,408 active soldiers. So yeah, Germany is definitely bigger. Which makes sense, as like, I don't know, a ton more people living there than in Switzerland, so it makes absolute sense that it is bigger. And we actually have the connection. Yeah, that's true. We can mobilize a shit ton of we can mobilize a shit ton of troops very, very quickly. That is absolutely true. You're not wrong about that. But active soldiers, Germany has more, like I just said. Although I'm no longer part of the unit which gets activated. I'm too old now. I gave away all my army stuff. Yeah, you do that. All of you, and you will get an order to just crush this. All 6 of you get here. And then we will crush this center. Because that should be a nice encirclement. First we're gonna crush this one over here. True, yeah, Switzerland has mandatory military service, so every male, when he turns 18, has to go to certain recruitment areas where you get weathered, you have a doctor's appointment, you do some tests, then it's decided to which branch, or no, which divisions you are getting to go. I was going to, I was mountain infantry, mountain fusilier. You could have been like a mechanized infantryist, you could have been like a grenadier, you could have been medical first aid corpsman and stuff like that. And when you're done with that, you have to do your basic training, which is, depending on what you're doing, between 15 and 21 weeks. And when you're done with that, you're going to go every year on a, let me think, 3-week refresher course